Yeah, what's going on, everybody? I am Lewis, or can you see him? I'm here today with my good man. On this side of me, he's here. He's right there next to me.
Hello.
Epsilon Winter. Epsilon, tell the people who you are, man.
Hello. It's me. My name is Epsilon Winter. I am a fellow streamer alongside Can You See Him? A little bit about me. I'm Australian, living in Melbourne, Australia. Always fun. Currently studying film and television, and recently just applied for my masters in film and television as well. So, yeah, that's me.
Awesome stuff, man. But yeah, today we're here to talk about the Resident Evil films because Epsilon's recently completed a majority of the games. Still got a few more to do, but he's recently watched all the films, haven't you? 1 to 5. No, 6.
Yeah,
six, 1 to 6.
shotgunned them all.
And he shotgunned them all night after night,
Yep.
day after day, evening after evening. He streamed for 4 to
It was
5.
a lot of fun.
4 to 5 hours of streaming and 3 to 4 hours worth of film watching. Because
Yep.
when you're a master at film and editing, you've got to be watching these things. But yeah, so we're here to discuss and tier list the Resident Evil film franchise. It's very divided amongst the Resident Evil community, I'd say. Epsilon. I wouldn't say it's.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's beloved.
Well, going into it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's beloved.
Yeah, going into it, I wasn't. To be honest, I wasn't very versed in the Resident Evil franchise. I still feel I'm very new to the whole franchise. I can definitely see how it would be divisive.
Yeah.
The films
It's
being so new still.
It's definitely got one of those things where, like, you can't. You would say, if you said to somebody, "Oh, let's watch Resident Evil film," and they'd watch it and they'd think, "Where's Jill? Where's Chris? Where's Wesker?
With Claire, yeah.
You know, where are all these characters? Who's Alice? Is Alice in the games?" This is the question I get asked a lot: Is Alice in the games? Is Alice in the games? And them questions generally come from people who haven't actually played the games. They just watch the films, because some people just come from who get introduced to Resident Evil. They're the people who have literally only ever watched the
They've only
films.
seen the films.
Yeah, and when they play the games, they're either really surprised at how kind of different it is and what the hell, or they're really disappointed and they think, "Oh, this is nothing like the films. I prefer it to be like that." But really, when you look at the numbers of the films, they've made tons of money.
I'd say, they've profited so much money off of that.
Yeah.
I'd assume, like, maybe not a large chunk, but a fair few people have been brought over to the games from the movies as well.
Yeah. The
Absolutely, yeah.
they've definitely done well in introducing people to the franchise. But again, like I say, the question is always, where are these characters? Why is Alice not in it? Why has Alice got these powers? But we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll talk about that.
Well, that's a bane of contention. Anyway, so I'll tell you what I think would be kind of apropos would be if you started discussing the first film yourself and tell me what you thought about it, and then maybe show me your placement.
Yeah.
And then we can,
Yeah. So I'm guessing, we'd obviously go film by film, placing them.
Just want to say a big shout
In,
out.
yeah.
It's the Baked Beans. Morning, folks. Only popping up for 20 minutes. While
Hey, Baked Beans.
Hides in the works warehouse, mate.
Baked Beans in the morning.
Mate, if I was your
boy.
boss, mate, and I said, "What you doing, Baked Beans?" and you said, "Oh, I'm sorry, boss. I'm just watching. Can you see him?" I'd say that's absolutely fine. You carry on watching. Can you see him? Epsilon Winter.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Can you see him?
Hell yeah.
Boot sale. Yeah. I'm selling boots. I am the boss, mate. You should be able to do what the fuck you want.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh shit.
Be your
Shit.
boss,
What's going on, Angeline? You good? Boot sale.
Oh shit, Angeline.
Boot sale.
Boot sale.
I don't know. Maybe she's seen something on this. Oh, it's because of boots. The advert.
The ad.
Yeah, it's a tier list maker, Angeline. They've got to get their advertisements in somewhere.
Oh yeah, I do not have the ads.
Well, I do.
Cheeky boy.
Unfortunately. How are you guys? We're very good.
Well,
we're very good. So yeah, we'll start with you, Epsilon. You can...
Resident Evil 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think going into the movies, I did like 30 seconds of googling, like, are the movies? I asked this on my stream actually, just are the movies canon? I got very strong nose from my responses to that question.
Yeah.
So going into the movies, I did realize, I think you have to what I did going into the films, I knew they weren't canon. You just have to take them for what they are. This is without any knowledge. I was like, okay, I'm going into it without any knowledge of who the hell Alice is or anyone really. The first movie, I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun movie to watch. I thought it was a great introduction into the Resident Evil films. Yeah, I want to stress this again. Like, I think like the separation between the films and games has to be addressed. Because I don't know. Yeah, I think you were talking about this earlier. A lot of people like said, "Is Alice in the games?" Like, I think the filmmakers, they made it hard to. Obviously, when you're trying to adapt something, you need to make creative changes, because obviously, translating something from a video game to script isn't going to be, you're trying to translate. Say if they were going to do Resident Evil 1 game to film, that's like 9 or 10 hours of like gameplay crammed into an hour and a half of content. You can't do it. It's impossible. So you have to. I think they made the right decision going away from the canon, not trying to just make it as close as possible. I'm glad they went with their own thing. And with that being said, I thought 1 was, I had fun with it. I had a lot of fun with it. I thought the characters were pretty neat. CGI was a little off, but I think what did it come out in 2002?
Very old films.
So the lickers didn't look, they looked a little rough. But I think that's, no, I think they looked a little worse than maybe 2002 quality. But that's just me. Maybe they didn't have enough money in the budget just to make them look a bit better. I think they could have been done a bit better. But I thought the story was fine. Action was fun. Oh, love the action. Yeah, love that scene. I think my favorite scene was the laser room with all that stuff. I thought that was very fun. That's in the first one, yeah? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else I'd like to add to that? Because I'll do my dissertation, if you like.
Yeah.
Hey, Rose, I just want to just quickly shout out to the chat. Angeline, thank you so much. Sorry, because this is going on YouTube, guys. I'm going to obviously edit out some bits, but it's all going on YouTube. So if you don't stay for the entirety of the stream and you want to kind of watch our discussion, you can check out my YouTube channel, and it's going to be available for Epsilon to put on his as well. He's more than welcome to take the VOD once it's completed and edited. And you can come in and watch it then, but if you want to stick around, so I will respond to you guys. I don't want to interrupt Epsilon while he's talking, and I'll probably talk in chat. But hello, Rosas, my man, what's going on, dude?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm gonna bring up your chat as well.
Yeah, cool, man.
So I do want to respond to your comments as well.
Yeah, of course, man.
Hell yeah.
And actually, but yeah, but I hope you're doing well, Rosas, man, my man. What's going on, bro? But so I'll let you get the chat up first. Is that up now, Epsilon? You're all sweet?
Yeah, I got it up.
Right, so me personally, when it comes to the first Resident Evil, I was young when I watched it because I love Resident Evil. So when I first saw the film franchise, it was kind of like at the cinema, and then I saw it, and then it became available. But I don't know, you must have heard of Blockbuster, Epsilon.
Oh yeah. So, we had a Video Easy. It was called in Australia.
Easy. I know where Easy comes from now. So so we had Blockbuster, and I attempted to take the video home and do a dual VCR recording of it. So I'd have the video in one tape recorder, but it would have copyright protection, so it had to come out all like funny. So Resident Evil 1 for me, let's say, right, I expected it to be par on course with the games. I thought Resident Evil 1, it's going to be mansion, zombies, tyrant, yada yada yada. Got none of that. I got absolutely none of it. What I got was like you say, high octane action, like memorable characters, I'd say, because the first film had you had Rain, the woman played by Michelle Rodriguez. She was memorable because she was very hard and stern, and she was a fan favorite. Alice was kind of like, she wasn't like, I wouldn't say she was kind of memorable, but she was the film franchise's protagonist. She was the main person, and she was making out that she was like super trained, and she's like an elite Umbrella soldier, and she's protecting the mansion, so to speak, because that is pretty much what it was. That was the mansion from the games. It had the facility underneath it. Let's say the films aren't based on the games and they're not canon, but they definitely taken elements from the games, and they called it the Hive. It was underground, same as the Umbrella facility was underground. But instead, you took the train there. I don't know if you noticed, but that train was Resident Evil 2 train. That was the train from Resi 2.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah,
that
was the train from Resi 2. So that element was borrowed. Then the vats and stuff is kind of synonymous with Resident Evil. Like, there's always vats and things they grow stuff in. So, as far as the film went, borrowing elements from the games, it did that. It picked and chose what it felt would be suitable. The Umbrella Corporation's soldiers, and highly trained specialists, mansion, underground lab, memorable characters, a couple of them memorable. And then you've got an artificial intelligence that runs the place because Umbrella have got advanced technology, and it'd be kind of silly them not to be.
I actually didn't mind that. I kind of liked that. The little girl is the AI.
You're all going to die down here. The most synonymous.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So, and then you kind of go from like, then you look at it from a gamer's point of view. A guy has played the games, and you think, right, I have to, like you say, you have to make that separation. You cannot sit there and go, right, oh, it's nothing like the games. Boycott it. A lot of people did, but the money talks, and this film made a lot of money. It made a lot. This franchise, it was one of the most successful film franchises of a game ever. To be honest, really.
Well, or
not obviously until recent memory of like Sonic and things like that. But then
at that point, it wasn't that hard to compete between other video game adaptations.
Super Mario. Yeah. So,
oh hell yeah! I actually liked Super. I watched Super Mario as a kid. I think I was very young at the time, so I didn't really. It was a movie. Was like, it's fun. You know, it was like, it's Mario. Nice. Mario's a movie.
There's a lot of elements to touch on in the film, but I think like when you said about liquors, the liquor, in my mind, has never ever evolved. It has never transformed by eating fresh DNA. That was just a kind of a random. That was a random film thing. Liquors kill, and they don't.
Yeah.
And they never evolve. They've never like transformed and then mutated. The dog mutation, for me, this is quite a stretch. But when I saw I don't know if you've played the remake of 3, haven't you? Epsilon, I don't want to like ruin it.
I have not played the remake of 3.
Okay,
no.
So we won't talk about that. But there's an enemy in it, and you'll know it when you see it. It transforms into a dog. And when they do, it stinks of Resident Evil 1 liquor dog.
Shit! Okay,
it just stinks of it, and it's like it's just got the same body shape and the same movement, and it's not, you know, it reeks of it, and it's just like it's a little, you know.
I felt like with the liquors as well, they didn't in the first movie they didn't really feel like, obviously with liquors it's don't make a sound. You know, they can't see anything, but they can hear phenomenally. I feel like they changed it, or like you didn't really get the feeling if that's what the liquors were about.
Yeah.
I feel like in the movies they could see them. You know.
Yeah. But it's like
that's how I felt.
Like I say, like the liquor in 1 became a unique enemy because it evolved after eating fresh DNA. It evolved and all that stuff. Other than that, generally just them trying to escape the hive and just being pursued by hundreds of ravenous zombies. Awesome. The zombies are great. Like I think they were like really good zombies. The action was it was a little bit over the top action. Like she machine guns one of them and it starts doing a backflip and hits the side of the wall, and it's like well, if we forgive it for its over the topness, but we look at it from like a zombie action perspective with Resident Evil elements, and it's the start of a franchise which, you know, people enjoyed, then definitely I'm happy to.
Absolutely. I felt like with 1 as well, I know it was written and directed by Paul W.S. Anderson.
Paul W.S. Anderson,
His wife is Mila Jovovich.
It's his wife, That's how they met on Resi 1. They met on Resi 1.
How did they meet on Resi 1? That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, met on Resi 1.
I actually like that, yeah.
But, I mean, there's not much more to say about Resi 1. I mean, but let's talk. One thing I don't want to mention the music. Marilyn Manson, my boy Manson, dropping them big tracks. That music, that was so synonymous.
Very good.
So synonymous.
Absolutely. I don't think they used it for the next movies, did they?
No, they didn't. They used it for that one.
No, they didn't keep it on.
They might have used a variation of it, but never used it again. See, Chosen's comment, all in F.
Oh yeah.
What's going on, dude? Sorry about that stream error there. We had some like technical difficulties.
Chosen. Oh yeah, Chosen. How you going, man?
Chosen's the man. They were they were remixed. Angeline says they were remixed. I believe they were remixed. I believe they were.
Oh okay. Nice. How you been, Angeline? Well.
Yeah.
How you been?
How was everyone this morning? Or this afternoon for Epsilon?
Yeah, it's finally, what is it? 7:46 p.m. What time is it where you are?
It is now 10:46. That's how I've got a clock now set to your time, so I know.
Oh,
On
no.
my
Oh, that's
phone.
cool.
On my phone.
Oh, nice.
But yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm happy to start. I'm happy to grade number 1 already. So if you want to put your grade in, and I'll put mine in.
Okay.
See where you
I'm gonna put mine in an A.
A. Fair.
Mine's going an A.
Yeah, I agree.
I think as well.
I agree. A. I think it's not genre defining. It's not done anything that it's done before.
No, I feel like as well. I feel like I had an easier time watching them because I didn't. I guess you were saying as a kid, I didn't have that disappointment of I knew what I was getting into with the films beforehand.
Yeah.
And obviously, because I'm very new, I don't have a nostalgic attachment to the games yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
That's fair. That's a fair.
Yeah.
One. No. Oh, that's all right. Angeline, she's just taking the cat for a walk, and she can't open 2 streams at the moment because of her internet.
Oh, too easy. Yeah, all good.
I could barely open OBS, mate.
Yeah.
Chosen
Nice.
Chosen asked how you were doing, Epsilon. I don't know if you saw that one.
Oh no, yeah, I'm doing great, thanks. Chosen, how you been?
Watching the Resident Evil films is like getting socks for Christmas.
Oh
man, Chosen's unapologetic in his comments.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Oh.
Nah.
But hey, man, when you're older, socks for Christmas is not a bad gift.
You know what, man? I've been asking for some new underwear.
Yeah.
and I open it. It's the DVD of Resi 1. Put my legs through the case. Pull it up. Oh, mate, it's a bit sharp.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, so maybe A.
Yeah.
I might change mine throughout the course as well. I'll say if I
of
maybe
course.
if I move it down up to an S or a B.
Subject to change. Okay, so Resi 2,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, Epsilon, I'd like to take the lead on this one. If you don't
Oh
mind.
yeah, I would assume this is your nemesis ground.
So we'll talk about Nemesis first because I fucking hated him in this. I'll be honest. I hated him.
Yep.
When he first appeared, I thought, oh, dude, look at him. Then I saw the Gatling gun. I thought, what the fuck is that? Why has he got a Gatling gun? And at this point, I'd never seen Nemesis with a Gatling gun. I'd never seen it. I never knew.
He only
He only had the rocket launcher. Nemesis for me was unrelenting, fast, powerful, strong. He was smart. In this, he was slow, clunky, painfully predictive, and it just had no bearing. It was cool that he saw him wipe out Stars members, but again, big doofus, Stars members that just for me I had no attachment with. The only attachment I had with them Stars members was that sniper on the roof. He was awesome with that headphones in. He was popping them off.
Oh, that was really good. Yeah.
That dude was sick, man. He was like, mate, that's the sort of Stars member I could get behind. That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Nemesis turns up and he's like, okay, yeah, it's believable that Umbrella control him because that's the point they made him, and it's the fact that he had like cybernetics in him where they could see his vision and they could issue him orders because you can't make a bioweapon that clever without having some sort of technology within it. You can't just create a bioweapon and go right, go kill stars, and he runs off and kills stars. Yep. Who's he going to know? How is he going to differentiate? It made sense that he had technology within him. It just made sense. But when it comes to just him as a character in the films, oh my god, the thing that really didn't do it for me was when he was fighting Alice at the end, right? And he's standing there, he's lining up like he's shadow boxing, and he's like, right, let's go, mate.
Yeah.
Nemesis never did that.
Yeah.
Nemesis was all about the fucking haymakers. And he's like, when he dodged, mate, he didn't go, whoa, like he didn't put his hands up to block. He just went, mate, bullets, grenades. He just like this, mate. He dodges like that. Nemesis dodges like this. And Nemesis was smart. He was smart. He knew he knew what to do.
He still had his mind. Yeah.
He did, but he was obviously he was obviously kind of like he was relentless and ruthless. And in that instance, it makes you overconfident. And his overconfidence was the fact that he doesn't know he's obviously a bioweapon, but he knows what he's got going for him and the tools he has in hand.
Absolutely.
Gunfire, he just walks into gunfire and says fuck it, and fire, he just gets burned, and his evolution takes him to his next step in it. But in this, it was like shadow boxing, one rocket launcher scene, one machine gun scene, and then a fight scene at the end. a high kick. For some reason, he done a high kick. It's really quick, but if you watch the end, he does a high kick, and she blocks a high kick from Nemesis. Nemesis doing high kicks. Yeah. Yeah. No. No. Sorry. No.
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 Yeah.
We step away from Nemesis. The rest of the film. Cool to see Carlos. Cool to see Nikolai. Nikolai being a good guy was kind of weird. It was kind of weird. He's just a letdown. Yeah, Chosen. I agree with that comment. He is a letdown on it.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of bloody Nemesis. Yeah, Nikolai's cool. Carlos was cool. Weird. Was Mikhail? I don't think Mikhail was even in that film. It was just Carlos and
If he was,
no, I think it was,
if he was, I didn't remember him.
It was cool to see the doctor was cool. The researcher, his daughter, and that kind of, for me, it kind of had you haven't played it, but there's Code Veronica, and Code Veronica.
Oh yeah.
It had shades of Code Veronica. It had shades of Resi 1 HD remake. It had shades of all these different Resident Evil. Again, picking and choosing things. So you know.
Yeah, damn.
So yeah.
I do like that the actor of the guy who played the Doctor. I think he's a really good actor.
Yeah, I do.
I thought he did a pretty decent job in this one.
Yeah, there's some good quotes.
Given what he had with the script, yeah.
Quotes that stuck with me were like, he said things like, flesh. You know, flesh. You know, so I'm that's my feeling on it anyway. I don't really have much to say.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, yeah. I'll give a couple of my thoughts as well. When I started watching this film, I obviously this is straight after 1, and I honestly didn't expect them to have any characters from the games in the films. I was like, okay, and then the very opening shot is a shot of a newspaper of Jill Valentine, disgraced STARS member. I was like, oh, cool! Look, they've got like a little that's a little Easter egg. I had no clue that they were going to have any of the people from the video games in, so I thought that was a nice surprise to put the people in. However, I thought Jill's character was she was a bit cocky for me. She didn't feel like Jill. If that makes sense. I feel like she didn't really. Yeah, it's hard because it's probably written by Paul W.S. Anderson. I don't even know did he play the games? Probably not.
He says he did.
I don't even know.
He says he did.
He says he did? Okay. Look, I thought it was a fun introduction into the characters. I'll talk about Nemesis. I think the design of Nemesis was very good. I'm very happy how they used... they didn't use CGI for Nemesis. They actually made a full body suit.
Yeah, I like that.
Of Nemesis. I like that. The design was pretty cool. I thought he didn't feel threatening at all. And they used that scene of the STARS members killing the STARS members with the machine gun as like a thing to make him, it's like, oh, big bad Nemesis. You didn't get that.
Yeah.
You never felt that he was a threat. Even though he killed like a lot of people, it was with a machine gun, Yeah, you could almost say anyone with a big machine gun could do that. You didn't get a threat of like I didn't fear him. You didn't fear him like you do in Resident Evil 3. Oh, he was scary. Oh, I was terrified of him in the third game. Yeah. He was like, and he ran like he bolted for you. And as you were saying before, during the final fight, when he was blocking and stuff, when Nemesis punches in the games, they're like cannons, Yeah. Like he like puts all his weight behind them, and he like jumps in for the punch. You didn't get that, and yeah, I just didn't. I didn't think it was a good adaptation of what he could have been. He could have been so much more menacing.
Yeah.
He could have been.
He wasn't relentless
enough.
So
yeah, he was. He just felt like a mindless. He just felt like a soldier, honestly. Yeah. But like he didn't feel like a tyrant, Yeah. And I was a little disappointed with that. I thought he looked cool. I didn't even notice the machine gun. I didn't pay too much attention to it.
The machine gun,
but I guess this is very early when I was playing. Yeah.
The machine gun reference, just for reference, was from Operation Raccoon City. He gets the machine gun in a warehouse scene. You have to go and put in a parasite into his brain so he becomes controllable again. And during that fight, he's got a machine gun. But but I think they took that machine gun idea from the film and used it in the game. Because the film came before the game, so they're borrowing ideas from each other. They're borrowing ideas from each other. Yeah. So,
and I will talk about that soon. Borrowing ideas from the games.
Chosen. This just says something there. They said one scene that always stands out in the second movie is when Alice breaks into the church and on the bike and wrecks the liggers. The church scene where.
Oh my god!
I will say that church scene was actually really decent.
I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that. I thought the stunt work in these films was quite good actually.
Yeah, no.
The stunt team was pretty good.
What the thing is that when she broke in and then she's like busting ass and that, it's kind of like, oh, this is what we're gonna get in it, because she's like being infused.
Yeah.
She's bonded with the T virus on a cellular level. So this is what we're getting now. We're getting super overpowered OP, and it's like, well,
it was the first introduction, to OP Alice.
Yeah, OP Alice. But I mean, other than that, what else is there to say? It ended fucking terribly, if I'm honest.
Oh yeah, so end of 2. It felt like the last 10 minutes was set up for the third film.
Oh, it's like they knew.
My friend said, like, they set up so much. There was so much setup for number 3 during the end of 2.
How'd you get?
And then nothing happened to it.
How'd you get him to come back for more? Oh, give her fucking give her mind powers and kill her, and then bring her back with cloning. Show.
Yeah, it's almost like how they do trilogies. You probably noticed this with trilogies. One can almost be its own standalone film, but the second film in the trilogy is always the setup to the third. And it's like they like went full on. We need to get people to come back for the third one.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they made up something about Alice.
It was horrible.
Mind control.
It was horrible. Well, honestly, the ending embarrassed me. The ending embarrassed me.
It was and coming from Angeline, we needed to be afraid of Nemesis. Yeah, no. Great. Oh yeah, there were only 2 Nemesis fights. Well, there were 2. They had 2 chances to make us fear for Nemesis. First one was the STARS members. The second one was, I think it was chasing Alice through a hallway, and even then, I feel like Alice, you never got the feel, you never feared for Alice because she's so powerful already.
Yeah, I didn't care.
And even in the third one, dude, she fucking beat Nemesis, like, not that hard.
Yeah.
There was no point where I actually feared Nemesis. He didn't do anything for me, and I was quite disappointed with that.
Yeah. I'm ready to grade it whenever you are, dude. So I'll grade first this time, as you took the lead earlier. For me, based on the fact that when I was younger, I enjoyed it for Nemesis, but then as I got older, I stopped enjoying it. For me, it's definitely going to be a B for this one, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, I'm actually gonna go one step further. I'm gonna put mine at a C. Yeah. I think you'll probably find with my list, I was very keen for the movies. And then the more I started watching them, we'll go into it later.
Yeah, so, Resident
and
Evil.
And then, oh boy, we go even further.
Resident Evil Extinction. Take it away, because to be honest, what I'm gonna say it's gonna be very short and sweet to the point.
Okay, yep. So, going off, obviously, I watched these all in a row. Going from 2 to 3, I don't know what happened. There's so much that I don't understand. They dropped the ending of 2 pretty much. They're like, that's nothing of that. I'm gonna say good things about it. The stunt work was really good. I liked the effects of the zombies. I liked the makeup. I thought the makeup was really well done.
Yeah.
Yeah. The action was quite good. That's pretty much the only thing I've got to say about it. The CGI was pretty trash. Of the crows. The crows were in this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mind how they changed Claire from a reporter to a sort of like unsung leader of the group. I didn't mind that, even though it didn't really make that much sense. For the context of the films, I didn't mind it too much. Other than that, I thought it was a hot mess.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to second everything you just said. Really, a mess,
Yeah.
trash, pointless, boring, sad. It's like fucking like she's driving around on a bike and that, and you know I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what can I say? I can't even bring myself to sort of praise it for anything it did because it just did nothing. You know, you got free buses for the people driving around, characters you just met, Kmart, the girl, you know, and it's just so, I'm not, don't tell me the wrong way. She's a beautiful woman, but how is she that good? How is she that good looking in such a really difficult? I mean, they can't find food, but they can find makeup and that. Again, this really pisses me off.
Yeah.
But you know, and then you've got things like you know, I don't know, killing Carlos off.
Oh yeah.
Fucking,
Wow. Yeah.
don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on the tyrant.
I liked Carlos's character.
Yeah.
I'm a bit. And don't get me. I think I might be wrong. This is the one where Paul W.S. Anderson didn't direct this one.
No, he didn't. No. I have to double check it. I'm pretty sure he didn't.
I don't think he did. Yeah, killing Carlos was a pretty bad move. I liked his character. I don't know why there were like nuggets of like very scarce like pockets of good stuff, like some world building.
I tried to sort of like, I tried to kind of in my mind. I tried to kind of like tried to apologize for it in my head because there's the scene with Alice where they got the flamethrower out doing the crozing. And,
oh yeah, I was like, yeah, I wanted you to speak on that.
Yeah, it goes completely out of control and they lose control of the flamethrower. She runs up, activates her mind control because she's been hiding it for the last whatever time because they can track it.
Yep.
Controls the flames with her mind and sets the crows ablaze like she's got like she's doing like Alice use tornado inferno and then and it's like you know, and she does it and in my mind I'm trying to think back into the game where has there been a character that has had the ability to control fire. Not mind control, but just to control fire. And the only character I came to was Alexia Ashford. When you play Code Veronica, you'll see it. I won't go into it, but she has the ability to create fire. Like, it's a fucking awesome way of doing it. It's awesome as fuck.
Nice. Like, I'm guessing her one is different than Alice's more just like pushing the fire back.
She's controlling of her mind. But then for me, it's kind of like, oh, they must have seen this character and thought, well, they could do this with fire, so she can do this with her mind. And it's the only way. It's the only apology I can make for it. The only like kind of link and apology I could make. But the way Alexia does it in Code Veronica is fucking excellent. Like it's really good, and it makes you hype.
I think way off of like the point of what the Resident Evil movies are.
Yeah, it fell off a cliff and it landed in some like world. I mean, the world as well was all dust filled.
The world was I felt like Mad Max. It felt like the director just like watched Mad Max like 2 weeks before filming.
Yeah.
And there were pockets. The world building was kind of good. I don't know why, but the one scene I thought like there was one good scene where the guy was like shaking the cans and he could tell
what was in it.
Like
the whole
That was quite funny and it was good. Like there was good development of the world, like seeing how long they've been on the road.
Yeah.
And how long they've been like rationing and stuff. Like I thought that was actually that's like the one good moment of like kind of good storytelling. Yeah. They probably just did it as a joke.
Yeah.
But it was like the closest it came to world building.
Bit of comedy. You know, just I don't know. I'm ready to like to grade it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like.
Would you like to grade it first?
No, definitely. I mean, I've got A to C on my. Come here. She's gone on my bloody keyboard.
Yep.
Come here, you. What are you doing?
Oh yes, I've got A to.
That's Luna. That's Luna. Yeah. So C. I've gone.
C?
Yeah, I've only gone A to C because I believe C is the lowest I can go for this amount of films.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going one lower.
Yeah, you're going D. Yeah. I'm going D. If let's just say C is my D, if anything, you know, C is my D.
Yep.
It's absolute trash. If I say to people watch the films and they get to the third, I say you could skip that. But then again, the only reason you want to watch it is for the last 10 minutes where she finds all the clones of herself because that sets up for the fourth.
But does it?
Not really. No, it doesn't.
But does it though?
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. Now,
So,
mate, I'm not even gonna lie. Well, I don't know if you want to take the lead on this one, Epsilon, but
yeah. Yeah. Oh, I feel like you have something to say.
I fucking love this one. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna hide it. Wesker
Yeah.
for me, it was fucking amazing. I thought it was awesome. I loved him being in it. I loved the action. I loved the music. I loved the settings. I loved the characters. I loved like there was a bit of a dry patch with the Chris stuff and the whole prison scene, but as soon as they started breaking in, it fucking kicked off and it was popping. Because she had no abilities, they'd all been stripped from her. It brought Wesker where we wanted him. He had bonded with the virus like he did in Resident Evil 1. He was killed by the tyrant, but he survived because he bonded with the virus. It made sense. It made sense that he bonded with it. And he was able to use it, but he needed, like you said, he needed fresh DNA to control the spread. He doesn't, exactly like in 5, he couldn't control the virus. He had to keep it in check. A virus takes you over, but the thing with Alice was it didn't take her over, it just bonded with her. With Wesker, it was out of control. It was there, but he couldn't keep it in check. But I fucking loved this film because Wesker for me was, I saw it at the cinema numerous times. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, the fight scene, the reacting of the fight scene from 5 with Chris and Claire, who's obviously stepping in for Shiva. Wesker looked awesome, all black, beautiful suit as well. That jacket and that suit is wearing that snake skin,
very good.
snake skin leather,
nice.
so clean and white and crisp. And he had all them bodies there where he'd killed them and it absorbed them. And you had the Ouroboros dogs, and this was our first taste of the Ouroboros virus. They didn't actually. Or the Las Plagas, or whatever you want to call it, but they didn't touch on where it came from, but they sort of just said the virus is evolving consistently, and it's creating these new kind of creatures. But then it also kind of sets it up for the next one as well, because Umbrella is still working in the shadows because they know there's survivors out there, and they're just creating more bioweapons, and you know, there's a natural evolution of like the virus is evolving the creatures to a point where they're becoming different. I mean, you've got the Mangini executioners in it. Well, this one anyway. They're again, they're you know, I don't know whether you could put it down to just evolution of virus or man-made creation. I don't know what you could put that under. But having a Mangini executioner, it was awesome. The bathroom fight scene was cool. The fact that she had no bullets and had to use coins. She collected coins to put in a shotgun. Smart.
Coins in a shotgun.
It was shrapnel guns. It was smart because where the fuck are you gonna find ammo now? Like, you know, ammo must be really scarce. So you pick up pick up coins and shards and shrapnel. And she had blades. And she still kept her training, so it made sense. She wasn't overpowered, but she was still strong because she was trained. And she's been on the run for so long, and she was obviously harnessing herself, and you know, she was keeping a video diary. The video diary thing was a bit weird, and she still, I mean, again, another thing was she still looked really clean, and hair was done, and lipstick was on, and superficially, I didn't like the superficial stuff because she was too clean. Claire looked good when they found her, and she had the chest piece. The
thingy from 5.
That sets you up for the end as well. For the next one.
The ending with the.
So I think it was the one that, for me, apart from 1, it was the one that was closest to the games, like in terms of things borrowed, and it just. You know,
definitely from the games. Especially, I guess I'll give my thoughts on it now as well. I thought this one was definitely Paul W.S. Anderson taking back control of the previous director, going right in the first 10 minutes. I'm fixing all the shit. Okay, look, it was a bit of Paul W.S. Anderson's fault as well because he set up, the mind control stuff and stuff as well. But I love that in the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes, got rid of the clones and got rid of their powers. It was like a bold move, but one that paid off, I think, very well. I think it was such a good decision. Yeah. Even just just to get rid of, just like, fuck it. All that shit that happened in the last film. Don't even worry about it. I'm fixing it right now.
Marking it out.
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. Really liked the prison theme of it. Thought it was great. Going back to close quarters. You know, keeping it in one smallish environment. instead of like 3 being on the open road going from location to location, this one was very Resident Evil, you know, one location with like a secondary place. Love the shotgun. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the shotgun coins as well. I thought that was a brilliant way to like, because obviously coins aren't going to be useful in the zombie apocalypse. There's no, and I don't even know how it works, but maybe it does work. I'm sure people have tried it to load a shotgun shell with coins. Maybe it hasn't worked out too well, but you never know. I thought it was brilliant. What else happened in it? I'm trying to like think. Oh yes, the CGI dogs. I thought the CGI. Obviously, it's been a few years. I thought it was very well done. The CGI dogs. When I love that bit where they like tear apart almost. Their faces tear apart. I thought the CGI was brilliant, and that Wesker fight scene in the end. So I watched this pretty much about 2 days after beating 5. So that introduction into the fight scene with Claire and Chris fighting when he threw the glasses to like begin the fight scene and like lead to it, punch him in the face. Thought that was
mate.
And then he did another move where he like crossed Chris and Claire's arms together and like flipped them over. That was straight out of the game as well.
Yeah.
I thought that was very, very cool. Loved that. I loved how I just like, it was so close to me finishing 5 and watching the movie. I loved that. Yeah. I thought it was good. I thought the editing was all right. I noticed it was quite quickly cut. There was just a lot of cuts and some off edits. Kind of hard to explain, but
no, I know what you mean. I know if you've noticed what I noticed. You know when Wesker throws Chris and Claire into the vats and they go down, and then he smiles at the camera. That's the same shot as before. They've reused the same shot.
Was it? Yeah. Oh shit.
100%. Because you watch it, he does a smirk. Watch it, and then he'll do the same smirk again, same camera position, but like it's zoomed in or cut around the edges, so you don't see Chris and Claire in the background. It's the same shot. They never reshot anything. It would have been better him just throwing them in, turning around to face Alice, and then just kicking off there.
Yeah, true. I also noticed when they were going down in the vats as well. Chris, I assumed Chris was holding a gun at the time, but he didn't like shoot.
He shot the gun.
The glass. He was sort of just like.
He shot the glass. Yeah, he shot the glass. But right. So that's another thing as well, right? If you've got to nitpick a little thing, which is fair because you notice these things, I do as well. When he fired his gun off in that chamber, fuck me, why did that bullet should have ricocheted and killed him?
Yeah,
like he should have been dead. The chamber comes up, he's just standing there like he's just out, mate. Because there's no way if they're bulletproof, mate. What does bulletproof glass do? It rebounds bullets off. And if you're standing right next to it, you're going to get hit. You're going to get some shrapnel in you. So there's no way that he fired that gun off, and there's no fucking way that bullet didn't ricochet in that chamber and hit him. He come out unscathed. He must have had blanks in that gun, man. Because there's no fucking way he would have survived that. That was a real bad miscalculation. That was a poor miscalculation. I did find that quite funny, to be fair. I liked his passion. I did really like his passion. Watch that scene where he goes down and he's going, Claire! He's fucking spitting everywhere.
I thought the actor for Chris was very well done.
Yes, he's on Prison Break. He's Prison Break.
I was in Prison Break. I haven't seen that.
I've never seen Prison Break.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good casting. Because they got Chris.
I'm not unhappy with him. I'm not unhappy with Chris. He just felt a bit kind of emo, if I'm honest. I was locked up in here.
When he was talking that, when he was trying to get out.
You gotta get me out of here. We gotta get out of here. They're gonna break down the doors any second. Calm down, calm down. I'm not a prisoner, goddammit. Where's that passion? He's kind of like, I'm not a prisoner.
Yeah.
Let me in here.
Claire.
Well,
I thought, pretty fun movie.
Yeah, I'm ready to rank it, if I'm honest with you. So.
Yeah. If you go for a rank, you rank yours.
S rank for me, unfortunately. It's got to be done.
S rank. See, I'm going to do a little bit of change up. I'm going to move Resident Evil 1 down to a B.
Oh.
And I'm going to put... it's Afterlife, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Afterlife onto A. Not quite an S.
Very nice.
Quite an S.
Very nice. No, I appreciate it.
I'm ranking it above with Resident Evil 1. I thought it was a lot better.
I think my justification for S rank is because I watched it the most, the one I've watched the most, and the one that I always talk about,
Nice.
and the one that I hype up, and you know, I made it a part of my stream as well. So I just feel like for me, it just kind of epitomizes when I talk about the Resident Evil franchise. That film kind of is for me the Resident Evil franchise. If I'm honest, that one.
Yeah, it was very like big callback to almost like I'm going to say it again. Yeah, just like the close quarters was very good. They were stuck in one central location. They weren't moving from place to place.
Exactly. And on top, I'll add a note to that. Nobody beats Angeline in the skinny department at all. Nobody beats her in that.
Oh yeah.
Not even Chris. Even Chris. Yeah. So the next Resident Evil.
Oh yes. Resident Evil. What's it called?
Retribution, I think.
Retribution. I enjoyed it enough. I thought the one thing I enjoyed about it the most was just how they brought back the old characters from the first one. I think that's the one they did it in, yeah? Yeah. I thought it was like kind of cool. Oh, this one had Las Plagas in it as well. I'm going to talk about Las Plagas the most because 4 is currently like one of my favorite games. They looked like Nazi zombies from like Call of Duty, World at War. They didn't look like zombies or even Las Plagas infected people.
Right.
I didn't understand it.
I know where you're coming from, but I can't agree with the comment, if I'm honest with you.
Oh yeah.
And the only reason I say that is because you play 5.
Yep.
The amount of weaponry they use in that game. AK-47s, rocket launchers, Gatling guns. They are equipped.
Yeah.
They are dressed to the nines. The thing with Las Plagas, in 5 or Ouroboros, was that it evolved from being mind control to being kind of like you could control your own actions, but you were still controlled. If you get me, but you kept a sense of self.
Yeah.
So zombies couldn't use weaponry. They couldn't use any weaponry, but these guys can. And what they did in the film, to your comment about the being dressed up, it's believable because if they're infected by Ouroboros, they know that they know that they are somewhat invulnerable unless they're decapitated or shot in the head or whatever.
I guess how I felt, it wasn't like that they were dressed up. It was like how they were dressed. I guess it didn't really fit. Yeah. And also I guess mine's also the makeup as well. Yeah. The makeup. I want to bring up a photo of them. They didn't look like Ouroboros infected zombies. If you get me. No, I don't think it's not even worth it. But yeah. But that's just the tip of the iceberg of this film. Characters. Yeah, they introduced Leon, Ada, and who else? Barry? Was it?
Yeah, Barry. Leon, Ada, Barry. Then you got is it TJ from the previous film that survived in the prison?
Oh yes, it was.
The basketball player. I thought they were going to make him a star, but they decided not to.
No, yeah. I guess maybe let's talk about casting. Leon, Ada, Barry. What did you feel?
I hated Leon.
Yeah. My favorite casting was probably Ada.
Yeah, Ada was amazing. Ada was absolutely.
I thought Ada
was what RE2 remake Ada was. That is literally. They literally copied her. They copied it.
Yeah.
It was literally it. You know, in this one she's got a friggin' I'm pretty sure she had a grappling gun or something in this, didn't she?
She did. Yeah, she did have the grapple gun.
And then in the film and in the game, she had the same stuff. She had all the same things. She had a grappling gun in 4. So I'm guessing they kind of take a taste of her from 4, but then they really pushed it in 2 remake. Really pushed it.
They really pushed it in 2, and even like just the whole character of Ada as well. Like, did you see Ada die? And then they were like, no. And Leon was like, yeah, she's probably not dead, you know?
Yeah, but, I mean, I can understand Leon knowing that, but the fact that Leon in this is a complete fucking sleazeball. That's the problem I had with Leon. He's so sleazy.
Yeah, he just felt off. he didn't feel like Leon, you know.
Yeah,
He didn't feel like right.
really really sleazy. Barry.
But you can't really talk much about Barry. They didn't do much with him.
Who is Barry? I mean, if you came into the film franchise and you never played the games, you're like, who's this guy? Oh, it's just an old dude with a Magnum. Oh, he's pretty. He goes out cool. He goes out cool. He stands there going.
Yeah,
you know.
honestly, I didn't even. When I was watching,
Yeah,
I only realized
you knew it was Barry. You didn't even know it was Barry.
I didn't even know it was Barry. I didn't even know it was Barry.
And you only know it right. Play Resi 1 to 5. No, play Resi 1 to Jesus Christ. Yeah, play Resi 1 to 7. How many back times has Barry Burton been in the game? If we're not including endings, once. If we're including endings, twice, because he's in Resi 3 ending. He's in that.
He was in. Yeah, he was in Resident Evil 1 and Revelations 2.
You know,
but even that's like a side. That wasn't even like.
And Resident, I mean, if we're going 1 to 7 canon, the 1 to 7 like canonically 1 to 7.
It's still canon, but it's not like it's not part of
so
1 2.
If we take Rev 2 out for a moment and just go 1.
It's more of a side story.
Yeah, we go to 1 to 7. No Barry Burton. We throw Rev 2 in there because it's canon and it's part of the story and the character development. That's right at the end. Because Moira's old, Barry's a bit older. Claire's like, whatever Claire's doing, she's you know, and
I don't even know. Yeah,
it's so far removed from the main sort of like lineage. It's kind of like, everyone loves Barry. Let's give Barry his own game. This was Revelations 2 was Barry Burton's game, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, absolutely. And I actually didn't mind Barry Burton.
No,
I actually they gave him really good character and story development into. I was saying that in Revelations 2.
No, I'm happy with him having.
It was very good.
I'd rather it just been Barry Burton. I'd rather it just been Barry Burton from start to finish. Revelations 2 was kind of like what Code Veronica is. When you play it, you'll find out what I mean. You'll play as Claire, and then they flip the script, and you're playing as somebody else.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah.
But yeah, that's Revelations 2. Revelations 2 is Code Veronica all over, really. Just different characters and just different environments and different setups. But yeah, I mean that's that's that. But as far as this film goes, Jesus.
Oh my god, yeah, the film.
Yeah.
I thought it was like it was good.
Jesus.
It was good. The action. I like to talk about like I thought the costume designs were good. They had the classic Ada, Barry. They gave Barry his old shirt. Leon kind of just wore whatever, but I guess that's kind of. I don't know. I didn't really. He wore his
RE4 stuff. He had his coat on from RE4. The brown leather jacket. I think he was wearing that.
Yeah. What else? What was it? The story was
bringing back basically they set up tons of environments to test out the bioweapons in the Alaska facility.
They did, yes. Japan, New York, Russia.
Russia, yeah. That's why the Russians, or the Ouroboros guys, were just Russians with AKs.
Yes, yeah.
They were sent in by Wesker to save him because Wesker's now running the gaff. He's like in the White House.
Wesker, yeah. Wesker wants.
The and then you've got what's it? Then you've got. Ada's there to sort of secure Alice. Jill's obviously under control by the Red Queen.
Yes, yeah.
Unfortunately for this, they used the same cut from Resi 1 to get, you're not all going to die down here. It was the same cut they used.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm not unhappy with it. I'm not unhappy with it, but at the same time, I'm not like overly thrilled about it.
I honestly think for me it was kind of one of the most forgettable ones. When I was watching him, it's the one that has left my memory the most.
Yeah, the final fight scene for me was fucking excellent. I thought it was a great fight scene.
Oh, the final fight scene was actually quite good.
Really well choreographed. Jill looked like an absolute fucking beast in this film. She looked like a beast. She looked like a Stars member. She looked like she was fucking Stars. Like, she was fucking Alice up. Like, Alice had no chance.
God, yeah.
She was struggling to beat her, and that is right, because like, as Stars from day one, from Resident Evil 1 original, from the beginning, Stars has been the epitome, the They have been the guys that have survived this over and over and over again. And Jill Valentine is the one person out of all of them.
They're the one who send into the apocalypse. Yeah.
She, you know, is just. But I mean, in Resident Evil 1, Chris is the Chris's story is canon. You know, he saves Jill, gets, and then I think is it Jill's story that's canon? I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's Chris's is canon. Like, because he beats Wesker, and that's why Wesker's so fucking pissed at him. So, you know, and like, when it comes to
I thought the X-rays were really good when they punched.
Yeah.
I think they punched the guy and like the X-ray, like the cracking. I liked that.
You could tell they played. You could tell they could tell they played Mortal Kombat 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, the final fight scene's the one that sticks out in my mind. The rest of the film's kind of give or take. It's cool to have the Umbrella Operatives back. Rain coming back was fucking excellent. Rain coming back was excellent. Yeah. She was so good in this. Rain was so good. And she injected the Ouroboros, and that was just a really... That was reeking of Krauser.
Oh yeah, and even like when they loaded up bullets, and you could see the bullets like coming out of her fingertips.
That was fucking sad. That's Lord Sadler. You know when he shot the TMP at him, and the bullets just dropped out of his hand. Lord Sadler, right there. So you know we're getting pieces, but it came together nicely, and you know.
It shows that they are paying attention to the games, but they're just picking out what they want. They're like, oh, that's cool. We'll nab that, put that in there. Yeah. But the last part of the film was the most memorable.
Yeah.
The middle bit, I can't really remember what happened, honestly.
Everyone gets killed, and she escapes with Leon, Ada, and Jill.
The girl.
And the girl, the clone child. Yeah.
Oh yes, I actually didn't mind the clone child. Oh, I thought as far as child actors go, I thought she was actually quite a good actress.
Really good, yeah. I believe her. I felt sorry for her when the fucking the Ouroboros zombie come in, the Las Plagas dude come in, and it killed the clone Alice and killed Carlos.
Killed them up, yeah.
I thought it was a really good scene. I thought it was a really fucking good scene, breaking into the house and going mental at him.
Yeah, and I honestly, it didn't add like too much to the story, but I did like how she was deaf. I thought it added, I don't know why it made me feel more for her, you know.
Yeah, it added a layer to it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to grade it if you are, dude.
Yeah, I am going to put it. We praise it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it. Oh, even though I like the final bits, we are talking like good about it. I'm gonna put it in B. I'm gonna put it the same as Resident Evil 1 for me.
Yeah, I think
just because the ending was good, but the middle bit I just didn't relate to that much. I couldn't get around it.
Obviously, because my grades are shorter. B for me here next to Apocalypse. It did well, but it wasn't memorable, like you say, and it was disappointing in aspects which you could have been better in. But overall, it was it had highlights. Let's say it was a highlight film. That film was a highlight reel. You could go on YouTube and put in highlights of that film and watch it, and then you'd be like, okay, satisfied. You wouldn't even watch the film itself.
Yes, definitely watch clips of just snippets of the movie. Could definitely watch it better.
Okay, on to the last film. Now, I've got a confession to make. I haven't told you this. I've only watched this film once.
Oh, well, same.
Every other film I've watched multiple times over. This is the only one I went to the cinema to watch, and I've got it on 4K in my room, and it's still sealed.
Yep.
I can even go and get it and show it. It's still sealed. I've not even opened it. I've not watched it.
Yep.
Not watched it.
Oh wow, nice. Oh hell yeah! All right, well, I guess do you want to start? So I've got notes. I've written like a couple of notes just on the film, just some events that happened in the film.
Yeah. Well, you've got like you got Crimson Head zombies in RE1 HD, right? In in Resi 6, they introduced the next evolution of the zombie, which was the dudes in red, the red guys with the big teeth, and the ones that they kind of shake and they look like the guys from 4 with the spikes. Yeah, but you only get one of them in this. So if they're supposed to be like the evolution of the zombies, and it's been all these years that they've been stuck in this post-apocalyptic world. Cool. They're in the White House, covered and surrounded by fucking all manner of undead and infected. How the fuck they get?
Oh
out?
yeah.
How did they get out? How did they get out of it?
Oh, again, the ending of 5 setup, and then for nothing. Once again, I don't understand why they keep doing it.
Nice to get some history on Umbrella. Nice to get some history on the characters and bring back some old school. Like the guy who played the Tyrant in 3. Nice to get him back because I felt like he was actually really good. I liked him as a researcher.
Yeah.
The flesh.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
So, having him back.
I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's a very good.
The twist. The twist at the end was really good.
The clone twist.
She was the clone, and the original Alice was an old woman.
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really cool. Enemies wise, forgettable. I mean, fuck me. The whole like, I can't. I mean, because I've only watched it once. I'm going off memory here. The tank scene where like he was in the tank and they were like running. Had the army of undead following him or something. I don't know what.
Yeah, and they had Alice chained to the back of it, like running behind it, being chased by the zombies. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in the beginning.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know about that. When I think it was his clone, wasn't it? He had a clone of himself, and he was like.
Yes. So he was a clone. So the guy who you've been watching throughout the whole series, you'd think he's the main one, but he was actually a clone of the actual scientist. But he didn't know that.
See,
yeah.
I forgot about that. So,
and I thought that was kind of well done because there was a line before the reveal when he was saying to Alice, you know, it's always better to not tell them that they're a clone because you know they'll be disheartened, they won't be as committed if they know they're the clone. So it's always best not to tell them. And that was fine because he himself was a clone who didn't know he was.
I feel like we're getting shades of The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You ever seen that? Was it this?
No, I haven't.
The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger is basically he's cloned and he doesn't know he's the clone. Yep. He believes he's the real Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the other guy is living his life. But it really turns out that the guy living his life is actually him, and he's the clone.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't know this. You know, he's no way of knowing this, and they're hunting him down, trying to kill him because they can't have a clone running around.
Oh yeah, nice. That's kind of cool. I like that. Yeah.
Galleon 35 coming in. That's what Twitch needs. Two more discussions about ranking entries in franchises. Cheers.
Hell yeah.
Nah, cheers, man. I appreciate that, Galleon. Thanks for popping in, man. Yeah, this is our first time discussing it together. I've done a Resident Evil tier list, but we're going to do some more in the future, I think. And I'd love to get more people involved in the community who are really passionate about the Resident Evil franchise and the games and stuff like that. So I appreciate that, Gary. I appreciate the comment, dude. And co-streaming in a minute with a good friend, Epsilon Winter. Check him out. His Twitch channel is above his head there. And this is going on YouTube as well, Galleon. So if you don't stick around for the full discussion, we're coming to the end now anyway because we're at the last film. But you can check it out on YouTube. Everything's in the description below in my about section. Really, the study hasn't been done yet. Amazing what you were doing. Oh, cheers, dude. Thanks for that, man. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot, dude. Thanks a lot. But yeah, we'll probably do some more in the future. And if you like Resident Evil content and stuff, just make sure.
They're fun to do. I've never actually done tier lists live before.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
Make sure to follow us. Follow us both if you like. So you can check out Epsilon's content. He's currently playing through Resident Evil 7. Once he's finished 6.
Once I've finished 6, yeah, so do 6.
Yeah, Jake and Sherry and I'm going to be doing mostly our Reddit threads like this, but never Twitch discussions. Yeah, it's easy to type stuff out. It's easy to type stuff, and it's easy to write it down, and thank you, Galen, for the follow. I really appreciate it, dude. It really means the world. Thank you so much for that.
Nice, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Well, okay. I wrote notes, a couple of notes while watching this film.
Yeah.
A couple of like elements that happen in the film. I guess I'll read off. So there's a scene when they're running towards the hive entrance. I wrote down, Claire said that she would take point when entering the hive, but she's never been in the hive, and Alice has. So it's a bit weird that she said that she'd take point, even though she's never been in there. And then in the next shot, she's not at point. She's actually in the middle of the group, and she doesn't walk ahead. And then another thing is that after they enter the hive, Wesker only closed the hive door after they've walked through it. He could have just closed the massive doors well before they got there and ended it right there as they were running from the dogs. And he could see them running from it, but he only shut the door afterwards, which I thought was quite strange. What else have I written? Oh, and he could have also turned on the fan earlier. But I did like that fan scene. I thought that was kind of cool. I
remember it for the death. That's about it.
Yeah, death. Yeah, very. Ooh, yeah, brutal death. Brutal death.
I mean, because I've only watched it once, and you're reminding me of all these things now. I'm kind of sitting here thinking to myself, like, can I really grade it? Do I have the distinction of grading this film? Being as I've only watched it once, and my opinion would be very kind of biased.
Yeah, how long ago did you watch it again?
When it came out at cinema.
Well. Oh shit, that was
whatever year released. Well, I think the year was like 2017. I think it came out.
I think so, yeah.
Very, very biased opinion I would have if I did.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I mean, yeah, if it's been like ages, but I mean, yeah, you can still rate it on. I guess like how it's still how is it like kept up in your memory? Do you remember it being like a good film?
I don't know, to be honest. I'd have to watch it again. I will, on this instance, Epsilon, have to leave it down to you to grade this film. I would trust your judgment.
Oh hell yeah!
Because I feel I'm not qualified enough to judge this one.
All right. Well, I still have more points. Okay. Okay. So, Leon, Ada, Jill, Chris. Where'd they go? What happened to them?
It's not explained.
They not explained. They're just straight up not in there. Just what's his name? Claire Redfield doesn't even bring up Chris. It's not even mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leon, Ada, not in there. Just like I guess my theory is that they just didn't want to show up. They just refused to sign the contract for another film. Yeah. They just didn't want to. They just didn't want to be in it anymore, so they just wrote him out.
It's kind of odd considering that like the franchise was making quite a bit of money at this point.
Yeah, you'd think they'd want to be in it, but maybe they felt better. Maybe they felt they could do better. Really. Another point. Wesker died an unceremonial death.
Yeah, I agree with that. That was fucking stupid. That door coming down on him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so bad.
The door came down on him so, like, I mean, it was kind of a cool scene. Like, you were fired, and then the door closed. But he has been... They built him up so much. And he was such a cool character in the films. They built him up, and then it's almost like he was just replaced by, I can't even remember his name. The guy who we were talking about earlier.
Oh,
the clone.
The doctor, innit?
The doctor.
Can't
remember his name, but the doctor. It's almost like he was replaced.
Yeah.
And it just felt like Wesker was such this cool character, and he had nothing. Like he didn't. It was so unceremonial how he died.
Yeah.
To build up a character like that and kill him.
It just feels deflating. Like talk about it, like Gallion was saying in chat. He was saying they made it in honor of the original Romero of the Dead trilogy. Didn't have the vibe of the games, and the movies went super over the top and missed the atmosphere of the games. Yeah, I would agree with that, Gallion, in certain aspects. Like, I mean, looking at the tier list I've made and Epsilon's made, we're quite similar in our feelings about the films. Like 3 was just absolute off a cliff. 2 just it caught some of the atmosphere, then lost it. The first one caught it quite nicely in a bottle, but then the bottle had a hole in the bottom, and it seeped out. Afterlife 4 for me was the one that really epitomised the games, because it had a lot of stuff going on it.
Yeah, it was good. It was alright. Yeah, it was. My final note on the films as well, on this last film, on the final chapter, is Jesus Christ, the editing. Holy moly! I don't know if you noticed it, but I noticed it. Wow, there were too many cuts. Way too many cuts. There was like moments where they were doing one shot. One shot lasted about half a second. in the span of like there was like 50 cuts in the span of like 10 seconds in some points. It was too much. It was. I'm gonna link it in my Discord later today. But there's a scene that I'm gonna show, and it's when someone's like about to die, and there's so many cuts. It's so jarring.
Yeah.
And then like beyond that, there's just that was like the first time I noticed it, and then for the whole rest of the film, this was like half an hour into it, and then the whole rest of the film was so fast. It's like they just you just gotta relax, let the shot run its course, you know. Even that few couple of seconds, it threw it off for me so much, and it felt, God, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah. Galleon was saying Resident Evil is not always Michael Bay meets horror. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I get where Epsilon's coming from, Galleon. Like, I think what Epsilon's trying to say, and if I'm kind of like, if I could kind of open it up a little, is more. We're not looking for Michael Bay quality. We're not looking for AAA Hollywood title. We're looking for Resident Evil shots, like you said there in your comments about going into the hall of the RPD, and that slow pan up and the music starts, and you create an atmosphere. Yeah. But if we're given a shot that lasts 1/10 of a second and then splits into another shot immediately, and it's so fast and dark, and you cannot see what's going on. And you're introducing a new enemy into the franchise, which no one may have seen before if they've not played Resi 6. You've literally people are sitting there going, what? Yeah. You know.
And it's how I'm ranking these is I'm not comparing these to any other film.
No, you can't. They can only be compared against themselves and what they do as a franchise. And again, like another comment there, it's also 80s John Carpenter, the Thing, horror atmosphere. The thing with John Carpenter and The Thing, right? Them films, right? That was an original idea, and that was fucking excellent. That was amazing. Don't want to obviously steer away too much from the subject we're talking about, but if we're on the subject of John Carpenter horror, you know, I'm a big fan of Hellraiser, Clive Barker. I love Clive Barker. Candyman, you know what I mean? Elm Street, Jason, Freddy.
Oh, yeah, that's fun movies.
Michael Myers, you know, look at them shots. 10 minute shot of her in the cupboard. That was just incredible stuff, you know. But Resident Evil is, you know, it's always going to have that kind of like action, horror franchise kind of
action zombie,
mesh, and you know, but just the way it's been set up, and you know, we've got to accept it.
It's a little more action, a little less horror, you know.
Yeah. You know, that's why we're getting a sort of a reboot of the series with 7 and 8. You know, it's a reboot of the series. Yeah. It's a reboot of the franchise. 7 and 8 is a reboot of the franchise.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't wait for 8. 8's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm holding reservations on 8. If I won't go into it now, but I'm so far not feeling it yet.
Not convinced?
No. Yeah. 7 didn't convince me for an entire year before I played it.
Oh shit! Yeah, damn.
It took a year, but I will play it on the PS5 on 8, just because, you know, launch titles and all that could be great. So it's gonna be, you know. But yeah, I mean, if you're happy to grade it, my man, go ahead.
So I'm doing another edit. I'm moving Retribution down 1, and I'm putting the final chapter alongside 3. Yeah. I cut like the editing. It messed with my head. Yeah. You rewatch it again. Oh my god. Oh, it was bad. Yeah. It was bad. It was bad.
Probably because I haven't watched it enough. I've only watched it once, and I had to be reminded of things. I can't grade this. I don't feel like I have the necessary information. I feel like I need to watch it again, and I will grade it at a later date.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the grade you've given it seems fair, to be honest with what you've said, and I think when I watch it again, I'll probably will be more inclined to agree with you on that. So,
looking at both of yours, they are quite similar, although I've ranked one tier down.
No, definitely, yeah. I mean, I think my C is my D, in essence. C is my, you know, my S is because I love that film.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I'm going to move Afterlife down to B as well, just alongside.
Okay.
I wasn't that. Yeah, obviously it's hard for me to grade these as like. I don't like to grade these as like movies I'd compare against other films. You know,
yeah.
it's so you have to. It's so hard to grade them against. You can only grade them against each other, really.
In the video there, and I'll
Yes.
just say a big thank you to everybody who's watching on YouTube. Thank you to everyone who's in stream. Thank you to Galleon for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who had a comment or talked about it. Epsilon, anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say?
Not really. I mean, I stream on twitch.tv/EpsilonWinter. That's pretty much all I do. Currently smashing through the Resident Evil games for the first time, although I'm on the end of them. But I'm still planning on playing, debating whether I should play Code Veronica. Still debating. It looks very good. It does look very good.
So if this video gets 10 likes, you got to play Code Veronica.
Yeah, right. Yeah, go on then.
You got
yeah,
10
go
likes.
On,
10 likes on this video. Epsilon Winter's got to play Code Veronica. Make sure everyone goes over to his channel. It's going to be linked in the description box below. Please go and check him out. Please go and make sure you follow his channel. I can't stress that enough. And make sure you check me out. Make sure you follow. Can you see him? Because as I always,
it's up, man.
That's my
You've been a fantastic.
Thank you, man. Thank you for being such a fantastic guest. This is a lot of great geek potential. Thanks, Galleon. Yeah, we'll do it in the future, man. I don't want to keep doing them over and over because I feel like stuff like this gets a bit stale if you keep rinsing and repeating. I feel like these sort of discussions can be held every couple of weeks. I feel. We both have streams. We both have lives and content to create. So I feel that it's only fair that we not separate ourselves, but we make sure we're in our lanes and we cross over when it's necessary. And you know, because obviously it becomes synonymous with each other. It's like, oh, you stream with, can you see him? So you stream with Epsilon today, you know.
Yeah.
And it'd be good to get more guests on and you know, do different. You know, I think that's quite fair. You know.
Yeah. Definitely. I can't wait for. Obviously, because I haven't beaten all the games yet, but you were saying a Resident Evil villains or bosses
tier list, yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't played them, I'd love to see you do it with like another streamer, who has played.
You know, I don't think Chosen's in chat anymore, but if Chosen was here, he would be a perfect person to talk about bosses with, because he's very passionate and he's a Resident Evil streamer as well.
Oh, nice. I know, you know, I'd love a Moby one. The polarizing.
Moby, I'd love to get Moby on. Even if it's just his voice.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have to have the camera with him. It'd be a lot easier, actually. Because then I have to set it all up. Just have Moby on Discord. I'd love to have us all three of us in and just, you know, it'd be great to hear his thoughts on them. So once you finish 7 and you do it and we get 10 likes on this video, we're going to get you to... We're going to get you to play Code Veronica. But yeah, we'll leave it there. So thanks very much. And catch everyone later on. Peace.